What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you, I am Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy One, the number one. Sub to my YouTube channel, Blunt Money Bets. That's this channel you watching right here. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, let me know what you want. And if you're watching this on Twitter, do me a favor, give me a heart and a retweet. I'll greatly appreciate it. I got my guy Crispy Capping with me. Go ahead, introduce yourself, man. Let the people know where to find you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. What up, Jay? Appreciate you having me on again. Always love the collab videos. And yeah, I'm Chris. You can find me on Twitter at Crispy Capping, 2 P's, 2 N's. Same thing over on YouTube. I stream daily in the morning, typically pretty early, try to get ahead of the lines as much as possible. So it's about 7:15 a.m., 7:30 a.m. And yeah, all my work can be found over on Twitter and on YouTube, man. Appreciate you having me, Jay.
Yeah, already. You already know. Yeah, that's a fact. Love that show in the morning. It's like a great show to start off your capping, or a lot of times for me to finish off my capping, because I'll be capping like late at night. So I love hearing what Chris got to say first thing in the morning. So that's a great show. And I forgot my fault. Sub to the Cap Collective Discord if you went on my plays. We had a good day yesterday. When a couple of units was really a Brittany Griner point away from going crazy. We would have went 6-0 if we had her to score 20 points. But when she missed that free throw in the fourth, I already knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, that's how we gonna get hooked. But she didn't score in the third, so it's not like it was the best call by me. But yeah, she finished with 19. So we finished 5-1, and we had her on 2 blunt money bets, and she ruined it. All you had to do was get 20, baby. But with that being said, man, just trying to keep it going today. All right, I like the slate today. Very tricky slate. Well, could be tricky. But man, these dogs are getting a lot of points, all of them. So let's start off, man. Let's start off. Make sure, like my boy say, y'all follow him on Twitter and on YouTube as well. First game. The Mystics, one of my favorite teams. My Mystics now. Hey, my Mystics now. Plus 5.5. Headed to the Fever. This is a rematch of a game like a week or two ago where Kristen Clark went crazy. Paola said that's the game after she officially found out she wasn't in the Olympics. And so I guess she did tell coach that they awakened the monster. But yeah, this spread is a 5.5 point spread right now on FanDuel, total of 167.5. Revenge game factor. Mystics lost by 2 the first game. I think it was 83-81. Somewhere around there. Let me double check. Or 85-83. What was it? But yes, this is their second time playing. Let me see. 85-83. There we go. 85-83. So Chris, any thoughts about this game, man?
Yeah, for sure. So man, it's a couple different things I think we got to point out, Dream. First of all, I know I'm interested in your take first, though. I want to hear what you think about this. So I'm not into laying points with the Fever. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to trust this team quite yet. I mean, they are one of the top 2 worst defensive rated teams in the WNBA. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get stops if they absolutely have to in the fourth quarter. Now, with that being said, Dream, the Fever were probably put in I don't even think it's probably. I'll say that they were put in the worst spot to start the WNBA season as far as scheduling. Like they played 12 games, but when some teams had played 7, it was back to back. It was 3rd and 4. It was 4th and 6th nights. It was a lot of travel being involved. All of those good things. Now they come home. This is the 3rd straight home game off back-to-back wins. They got 2 back-to-back dubs, and they just scored 91 points in a row. So I can kind of see why the line is moving in their favor. If you're thinking about it like that, they've got time to practice. They've gotten time to get some things kind of sorted out. Because when you lose and then you got to be in another city the next day because you got a game the following day, you don't get a chance to make those adjustments, right? So what we've seen, walk through practices, and I was listening to Caitlin Clark talk about it earlier. They kind of locked in right now. What we've seen in the last few games, Dream, is Aaliyah Boston really get established. Christy Sykes went to her 2 games ago. I forgot who they played 2 games ago, but she went to her 2 games ago. And who did they play? They played the Atlanta Dream. Went to her against the Dream, and she played a lot better than I thought she would. That was the game she gave Cheyenne Parker Tyus the business. And that was one of the things that helped her to get the Eastern Conference Player of the Week award. Aaliyah Boston is. And then I didn't think Crystal Sykes was smart enough to go back to her again, but she went back to her again in the game against the Chicago Sky the other day. and Aaliyah Boston had another good game. So Fever third game at home. I understand why the money's coming in on here. I just can't lay points with them here. I think what I am expecting though is points because Washington has seemed to found their offense, so the total is going up just a tad bit. Washington seemed to find some kind of offensive rhythm. I looked at them. Effective field goal percentage on the season is 6th, but over the last 5 games, they're 4th. 3-point shooting, they're 5th in attempts, and I'm sorry, 5th in makes, 4th in attempts. So they're letting the 3-point shots go. That's on the season. Last 5 games, they're 3rd and 3rd on attempts and above the break 3 makes and attempts. So I love that. And they're shooting 40.5% from the 3-point line. We know one thing about the Fever. They struggle giving up the 3-point shot. They allow the 3rd most attempts, the 2nd most makes, and the teams are shooting 37%, which puts them bottom 3 and giving up the 3-point shot. And we know that's what Ariel Atkins is want to do. Ariel Atkins, Dolson, they got a bunch of 3-point shooters on their team. Everybody Van Loo, yeah. Everybody on that team can pretty much stretch the floor. So this game, in my opinion, Dream, is going to be highly indicative of 3-point shot making. If the 3-point shots are going in, like we've seen from the Fever, like we've seen from the Mystics, then this one I think absolutely goes up and over the total. If the 3-point shot isn't there, then I think, of course, it's probably going to be an under game. And that's what I always kind of, bank on, when I'm – or one of the biggest things I take into my handicapping is if I like a total, then I really need the team to, be able to shoot the ball well. But I do think this one goes up and over, Jay. I like the first half a little bit more than the full game. We've seen the Mystics kind of run out of gas just a tad bit. We know Shakira Austin and Brittany Sykes won't be available for this game. Washington has played really, really well, specifically in the first half, man. They scored the ball a little bit more. And I like the Fever's offense. I think that they are trending in the right direction. So if I'm playing the game, I like the first half to go over. I think you can get a number like 82.5. They scored 80 in the last game, and that was before Washington offense got hot. So I don't like either defense. I think Aaliyah Boston should be able to dominate again against Aaliyah Edwards. Also think Aaliyah Edwards can get hers off against Aaliyah Boston as well in the paint. So yeah, and I think I love that the two woman action with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. So I don't know how you feel about Caitlin Clark rebounds and assists line, Dream, but when I think about Washington, I don't think about the greatest rebounding team. And Caitlin Clark, they're gonna continue to trap her and see how well she can make decisions. In my opinion, make her a decision maker versus a scorer. I know she went off against them in the last game. That was the game she hit like 7, 8 threes, whatever it was. So yeah, that my overall thoughts is that I like the first half a little bit more than everything else. But I'm interested to see how you're attacking this one from a player prop perspective, and what are your thoughts on whether you think it's going to be points or not?
Well, one thing first to answer your first thing about the Caitlin Clark rebounds and assists. Only thing that scares me a little bit is what I heard you say on your show earlier. Somebody got to miss to get them rebounds. And I don't know if it's gonna be too many. Like I heard you say that, I'm like, oh, well, I gotta think of that. That's a good point. Because I really don't think it's gonna be much defense play. Now, obviously, it's gonna be some rebounds to be had and stuff. But that's kind of how I'm thinking of it. Another thing I wanted to mention too. Not only did the coach go to her the game you were talking about, but it really started before the Atlanta game when they played Connecticut. And I'm sitting there wondering because I had Caitlin Clark something, and Caitlin Clark didn't play the last quarter and a half of the game. None of the starters played the last quarter except Aaliyah Boston. She kept Aaliyah Boston on the floor. I'm like, what's going on? Aaliyah eating 2 in the fourth quarter, going crazy.
Chilling. I remember that, G. You're right. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So ever since then, I guess maybe she said, look, this is going to get you going. But yeah, that to me, that's kind of been the turnaround of their season, that blowout versus them. Now they did beat Washington before that, but they are on 2 straight games. But they have won 2 straight games as far as Indy. But I feel like you. If I was betting anything, I would personally bet the over. What I did bet is Washington team total over 80.5. I was trying to look while you were talking. I know it's on DraftKings at 81.5. I was able to get it this morning at 80.5. Shop around. You may be able to get at 80.5 some places. 81 is fine, but they're over this line their last 4 games as far as Washington. And the last 5 games, or the last 5 opponents that Indy's played, they've allowed this many points at the very least. So I expect this to be a shootout. it's tough for me. I know Washington has been a really good first half team. It's so tough for me. I don't know why to just like play +3 in the first half. It just seemed like I'm not getting no points. Like I just feel like
That's a fact.
The money line.
It could be a first quarter, not to interrupt you. It could be a first half where they play great and they up, it's a tie game and they mess around and give up a 3 and then turn the ball over and get a layup and boom, just like that. Then they up 5 and it's tough.
The margin is so slim to me, man. So I kind of like 5.5 is crazy to me against this Fever team. Now they are playing the best that they played, but a revenge spot. One thing I love about Washington is they got vets. So Shatori Walker-Kimber off the bench, Misha Hines. Those is vets that the Fever ain't gonna be able to deal with off that bench. Them two bench players is gonna come in. The Washington, they keep it going. You got Van Loo, who she said on the timeline, I ain't 37, but she at least 31. I think she a 31-year-old rookie. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Ariel Atkins, another Stephanie Dolson. You got straight vets. Where if you look at the Fever team, Alyssa Smith, she a vet. And her ass just got drafted 2 or 3 years ago, I feel like. You know, vet. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Kelsey Mitchell a vet, but everybody else, rookie, second-year player, third-year player. So, and Washington's coming off of, they was 0-10. They don't won 2 games in a row. I told you I took them outright the last game. I just thought they was going to keep winning. And honestly, y'all, I won't be surprised if Washington win this game tonight. But if I was betting anything as far as the full game, I would definitely take the full game over. I took Washington team total over 80.5. 81.5 is fine as well. If I was betting to spread the full game, again, I would just wait to the last possible moment and bet Washington. Maybe you can get a 6 because that's just crazy to me. And another play that I played, and I believe this is for a unit. Let me double check. In the quote I gave it off for unit. We've been doing pretty well with these SGPs, and I just want to make sure. The only time I don't give these out for a unit is if I feel like it's too many legs. All right, yeah. Move this around. I would personally. You should be fine. You should be fine because what I played is 1 unit. Each team to score over 74.5 points on BetMGM. And the Mystics plus 10.5, that's a -130. I played that for a unit. Again, each team to score over 74.5 points, and the Mystics plus 10.5. If you put that exact 2-legger in, it may be like 140 now, but just adjust it. Or it'll probably be the exact same because the Mystics line, the spread has gone up from 4.5 to now it's 5.5. So that 10.5 is going to be maybe worth a little worth a little more, and the total has gone up. So that each team to go over 74.5 is probably worth a little less than it was when I put these bets in. So I would play this to -135. Worst case scenario, I would just move each team to go over 75.5. I really, think each team can get to 80 points pretty easily. Neither one plays much defense, and we know the Fever going to go up and down the court. So each team to go over 74.5 points on BetMGM in the SGP feature, and the Mystics plus 10.5 for -130. I played the Washington team total over 80.5. And last but not least, I could not talk you guys off of Ariel Atkins. She had 29 points the last time she played these. She had 16 points. She had 29 her last game, 16 on 7 of 21 shots the last time these teams played. So I expect Ariel to continue to get those shots up, and I would have to look toward her points as well. Van Loo assists is something I like a lot, and we'll get to those on Blood Money bets, but those have kind of got out of control. They were at 4.5 at a good price now. I think it's like -180 for 4.5. So, any closing thoughts about this game, Chris?
Nah, I think we did a pretty good job, Jay. I really, really do. You got Aaliyah Edwards or Aaliyah Boston and Blood Money bets? I thought you might bring their names up.
Sure do. Well, I'll tell y'all right now, I got a Aaliyah first basket Blood Money bet. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, like I like Aaliyah Boston to get the first basket. That's like plus 650, and Aaliyah Edwards to get it like plus 600. Yeah, I know they play the same, but I think that each of them have a good chance of being the first person to score in their respective team. So I kind of like Aaliyah Boston more than Aaliyah Edwards because AE sometimes, man, Misha Hines Allen come in that game and she won the ball. She like run the offense through me, and Aaliyah be like, okay, I mean, like, I want my rookies to be like, no. I want to be like Angel, like, nah, ain't none of that. Ain't no right here. You know what I'm saying? Facts. All right. Full time. Put the price with that, my guy. 3.5. Put the price with that. All right. Next game, Sahan. That's a fact. I never like to root for a man to lose his job, but this is a special situation. Monty Williams got fired from his last two. This nigga got about $100 million on his 2 contracts sitting free. He's fine. He had to get out of there. He had to go. Double S. Yeah, my boy. Yeah, he had to go. I'm sorry. All right. Next game. Atlanta.
Only thought about them letting let my man Monty go is, man, they couldn't have did it on the 18th or the 20th. They had to do it on Juneteenth. That's my only thought. That's like getting finally a day off, man. Like what are we doing?
Nah,
here, come on, Detroit. Yeah, they lost a fan in me, man. Come on. We had to do it on Juneteenth,
right.
bro.
They have to do a man like that on Juneteenth. I just thought about that. You're right. They have to do him like that on Juneteenth. They have Detroit, but I think it is a black front office up there. It might be. I know the way Gates in that front office too. So man.
Boy.
All right, man. Next game. We head to Minnesota, man. Dream. Plus 9.5 now. My goodness. I don't know if they remember this line opening at like 6.5, 7.5. But yeah, Atlanta Dream plus 9.5 headed to Minnesota. Over under 162.5. Man, y'all know how I feel about the Dream, but my goodness, and y'all know how I feel about the Lynx. But my goodness, man. 10. Chris, how you feel about this game, man? I'll let you start off with your thoughts. Any thoughts about this game?
Man, I'll be brief, Jay. These are 2 teams that just recently, I feel like I can't trust the Lynx. I feel like the market's kind of outpricing them a tad bit. If you want to lay points with them, they started the season off being, the darlings, right? They were, dogs in some games. Matter of fact, they were 4-point dogs in Atlanta the last time these 2 teams played, and they won that game. Of course, I think they beat them 92-79. It was never really even close. Minnesota dominated that game from start to finish. But now, coming back home, they're getting these. Bottom feeder type teams and some of these, average teams, and they haven't really been performing up to expectation. I feel like you got to kind of have all hands on deck, and everybody kind of got to be locked in my opinion, Dream, if you're going to take a team to win by double digits. We saw a backdoor cover last night with Connecticut. They end up winning the game but not covering the spread. And Atlanta, they've been Jekyll and Hyde. We saw them beat the Aces, take down the Aces, and play really good defense at home. Then we also see them give the Washington Mystics their first win of the season and absolutely get smoked. So I don't know I have no idea, Dream, what to do with Atlanta, bro. What I will tell you is they have been a little bit better on the road than they've been at home. And I've been thinking about this all day, Dream. I kind of feel like the Lynx, because they're coming off 2 back-to-back non-covers. They didn't cover against the Arike Ogunbowale-less Dallas Wings the other day. And they also didn't cover against the Los Angeles Sparks. And they were laying, a pretty hefty number in both of those games, double-digit favors in both. And that's what I mean. Like, I think the Lynx are, kind of priced out. If I could get them, minus 5.5, minus 6.5, I'd be more enticed. But, expecting them to win by double digits when they really did. I'm watching them after the game, Dream. They winning, by 7-8 points, laying 13, laying 12. And they still doing their little dance at the end. They getting jiggy with it because they don't care nothing about covering no number. They just want to win the game. And that's what they have been continuing to do. So I just feel like it's a big number, man. Do I want to trust the Dream? Absolutely not. But here's my question for you, Dream. I think, we got a big Commissioner's Cup game coming up. The Lynx will be in that game against the New York Liberty. I think it's actually next week. Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like since they have been crowned, Commissioner Cup participants, they've kind of let their foot up off the gas just a tad bit. They're not smoking teams. They were winning by 15 plus points in pretty much every game. Now they're priced to win by 13, 14 points, and they're not. So all of that, I say all that to say that if I am playing the game, I'm only looking towards the Dream. I know that they can be, Jekyll and Hyde, but on the road, this will be the biggest number that they've caught all season. So I would look towards the Dream, man, thinking that they can keep it within the number, even if it's a backdoor cover, maybe even potentially live, because the Dreams typically suck in the first half. And then the second half, they play a little bit more competitive basketball. The one hesitation that I had, Dream, was that Aerial Powers won't be in this game, man. And in my opinion, she's like the sixth woman of the year.
Man.
Bro, like that's big. That's big. Not just for the dream, but probably for the whole W. Like she don't mind getting feisty. She'll mix it up with you. I saw her and Jackie Young going back and forth. Like she got that dog in her. So without her on the floor and Tanisha Wright on the sideline, boy, I feel like an idiot if I did take the dream and it got smoked. So I'll graciously pass on this one dream. But if I had to play it, proverbial gun to my head, I would be taking the points with the dream in this spot.
Yeah. Man. Same thing, y'all. Y'all know I love my links, man. We've been rocking with the links, and I one of the themes of the season is prepare yourself for irrational links bets. I can't get this irrational, y'all. I can't do it, man. So look, Chris brought up so many points. Me and him, like, I feel honored to have the same thought process with some of these games. Is my guy, man. So Aerial Powers, that's a dog. That's the one that you go to. Like, this is why I can't back the dream right now. Maybe get them live. But like Aerial Powers is the one you go. First of all, Aerial Powers used to play for Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. That's one. So you always want that extra juice. She's like Kennedy Carter. She's a very emotional player off that bench. You know what I'm saying? Chris spoke to the Jackie Young thing. So you don't got Aerial Powers. She is the Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray bullshitter proof. When Ryan Howard decided that she don't want to hoop today and she just gonna sit in the corner, Aerial Powers coming off that bench and she's shooting. She don't care. Same thing. Alicia Gray acting like it don't matter. Aerial Powers is gonna get him a jolt off the bench. Without her coming off the bench, it's tough. Now I know Candace, Cheyenne Parker is coming off the bench now, but it's really tough. As far as the links, not only have they taken their foot off the gas because I think they got the Commissioner's Cup, but honestly, I think it's about their opponent. Another reason why I wouldn't want to back them today. So, last 5 opponents. Phoenix, all right? That was a game. They were favored by 4.5, and that was Brittany Griner's first game back. So that was a game that they kind of probably got up for, but we already know Phoenix is they call their home court the X Factor. Yeah, they're the X Factor for real. Them Absolutely. Girls start hitting threes. You see niggas running through with flags in the crowd and shit. I'm like, yo, it's lit. I got to get down to one of them games in Phoenix, yo. Like, they got the whole pride thing going, so they feel super inclusive. Like, yo, it's crazy in Phoenix. I don't know if I'm betting another team like that unless it's like on the money line or some shit like that. But with that being said, so they lost that game by 1, okay? After that, Phoenix, they played Seattle, which was a big game because that was the 3rd time they played Seattle, and everybody thought like, all right, Seattle gonna get this one. They smacked Seattle by like 20. Okay. Next game, Aces, same thing. This is got the Aces coming, and it's like, all right, it's gonna be a good game. They smacked the Aces, put 100 on the Aces, 186. Next game after that, though, they played the Sparks, letdown spot. They struggle against the Sparks, 81-76. Game after that, Dallas, where we got them at -7.5 the night before. The line balloons all the way up to 12.5. We sweating the 7. We dead ass sweating the 7. You know what I'm saying? So, and they did win that game by 12. They turned it on late. But to Chris's point, they see Atlanta on the schedule tonight. This ain't the Aces. This ain't the Liberty. This ain't Seattle. This ain't Phoenix. This ain't somebody that they're like, oh, we about to get this. Like, okay, we just need to get this W. Let's just get this W. So it's tough. Honestly, I got a bet for y'all for tomorrow. I'll give it out to y'all. It's a rare 1.5 unit bet. It's the Minnesota Lynx money line, and it's the Liberty to win wire to wire tomorrow. This is on DraftKings. The wire to wire for the Liberty is -180, and the Lynx money line is whatever it is right now. It comes out to a -116 right now. I played it for 1.5 units. I think the Liberty come out for blood tomorrow. First of all, no Cameron Brink. And not that that's such a big deal, but that lessens your bench. That you got a big girl coming off the bench, and now you got less of a replacement off the bench for one. For two, they just gave up damn 90, almost 100 points to Phoenix last game. So I would expect their defense to be on point, especially in that first quarter. They're one of the best first quarter teams scoring wise in the league. The Sparks struggle to score. And again, the Sparks already struggle to score, and I expect New York's defense, which has been really good this season, to be on point. So I think New York is up, at least 2 to 3 points at the end of the first quarter, and they never lead that game and they win. So I did play that for a unit and a half. New York Liberty wire to wire and the Minnesota Lynx money line, and that's a minus 116. That's really the only way I decided to play the Lynx. I'll give you guys a couple of blunt money bets toward the end of the show, and we'll run through them real quick. But yeah, Tina Charles, her lines have moved. I could not talk you off of her over points. I just feel like they're really low now. I mean, she's a starter. Her points, we got them at 11 and a half, which is lower than her line is always 12 and a half. Now it's up to 12 and a half. I still like the 12 and a half against Tina Charles. I mean, who's guarding her feet? Elena Smith. She's a real, she's a true big girl. She like when I say big girl, like she's a big man. Like she's a true center or whatever.
She got the moves. Yeah.
She got moves. She back to the basket, front face up, jack, all that.
Mid-range, impeccable. All work, impeccable. Yeah.
She is a 3 parading as a 4. I'm sorry. Maybe she's a 4, and then Elena Smith, nah. I'm sorry. Dorka Uhas, not gonna happen against Tina Charles. So I will look at Tina, but I don't like her rebounds. Y'all know I fade center rebounds against the Lynx. Her rebounds are at 9.5, so that's an official play I will give you guys under her 9.5 rebounds. Now, Cheyenne Parker's not in the game. You would think she's gonna get all the rebounds she gonna handle, but no matter if she got an Elena Smith, Dorka Uhas, Fee, her ass is gonna be at that 3-point line sooner. Like she gonna be on that perimeter. She's not gonna be able to just sit underneath the basket and get rebounds. It's gonna be a whole lot of picking and popping. Now maybe Fee will put her in the post every now and then, but I just think if she's guarding Fee, it's gonna be a lot of face-up action, a lot of mid-range action, pick and roll with Courtney Williams style. She's down. All right, we back. My fault, gang. But yeah, I would play Tina Charles. Well, I did play Tina Charles under her.
Dream, I think you're breaking up just a tad bit. Or either I'm breaking up a tad bit, but I think it's on Dream and we still got the stream going. It sounds like
I have not hooked it up yet.
Yeah, I think Dream. Paulo says it's definitely Dream breaking up. So yeah, his connection probably will get back intact in a second. But it sounds like he likes Tina Charles, which I would think that that's a pretty good look as well. Real quick, if I go and look at the Lynx, they are 7th in opponent defensive rebounding, 6th overall, 7th in the last 5 games, and 8th in rebound percentage, in opponent rebound percentage. So. If there is anybody that's going to get the rebounds for Atlanta, though, I do think it'll be Tina Charles. But I like her points a little bit more, like Dream said. And I was going to mention this to Dream, but they've been the Dream specifically, not the Dream, the Lynx. When they do get scored on, it's typically in the paint. Like teams are really scoring against them specifically in the paint. I remember Asia Wilson having not to compare Tina Charles to Asia Wilson, but centers. Typically, they can go off against the Lynx. So I was just backing up your point, Dream, about, Tina Charles to go under her rebounds, but liking her points. I was going to tell you I like that a lot today, Tina Charles points, but wouldn't play her rebounds. You there, Dream? I think he might have froze up again. Also, I was going to mention this to Dream that the other reason why, even though it's kind of like throwing a dart today, with the dream is the Lynx actually got a really really they got a big look ahead spot in my opinion in their next game. The Lynx play the Mercury again, and that's the last team that they lost to on that Kalia Copper game winner when she hit that 3-pointer in the corner. So in that right corner. So I do like the Lynx. But not in this spot specifically. Dream, can you hear me? I think Dream froze up again. Let's see real quick. Just go to the comments before we get Dream back while Dream get himself together. Get his connection together. KG says, Chris, what's your lock for today? We actually haven't gotten to the game yet, but I like we'll get to it in a second. I like Seattle team total to go over today. I think the number's like 82.5. On some sports books. That's what I like the most. Oh, Jane, there we go. There go, Jane.
Yep. Hold on. Hold on. Now there's 3 of me on the screen. I gotta get rid of one of these. Hold on. Boom. Okay. All right, should be much better now. Am I like double? Can y'all hear me double or something?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I think you echoing a tad bit.
Yeah, I'm echoing. Hang on. How about now?
Yeah, it's still the same. If you go into the other one, you should be able to mute it. The one that you're not streaming from.
I thought I did.
It sound like the audio is still on from that one. When you put them close together, I think that might be where it's coming from. Or if you're streaming off, you're not streaming off your laptop, are you? You're streaming off your computer. You just gotta mute one of the mics. If you're not gonna, I think if you don't close the other one out, then you gotta mute it. Because I done been in and had 2 connected at the same time too, just to see what it do.
I'm wondering. No, okay, hold on. How about now?
You good? You good?
All right, my fault again. Okay, technical difficulties for real.
It be like that, man. It happen to me all the time, bro. It's all right.
Live TV. Okay. Yeah. So I appreciate you backing me up. I did actually hear you talking about Tina Charles. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you backing me up. Last game. Before we get into blunt money bets, man. And this one definitely won't take me long. You got the Aces as a 6.5 point favorite, man. At home. I thought the Aces lost 4 of their last 5 games, or at least they ain't covered 4 of their last 5. But they are a favorite, 6 points at home against a pretty good Seattle Storm team, man. Chris, how you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I think we go in the same direction here, Dream. It's only a look towards Seattle for me. I think to be safe, and I got a lot of thoughts on this game, man. But I think to be safe, maybe you just take the Seattle team total to go over. The number then trickle all the way up from 168 to all the way up to 172.5. So it's come up 5 points, which I definitely agree with the movement. Coming up there because the Aces, their defense has been terrible, man. The 11th in defensive rating, 11th in opponent effective field goal percentage on the season, but it's been even worse in the last 5 games. I know they get Chelsea Gray back tonight, Jane, and that shit help. But I think it's gonna help offensively. I still don't think she's gonna be able to guard anybody. Like I worry about that, about Las Vegas defensively. And the reason why I like Seattle in this spot is because they also coming off a loss. I know that the Aces, get Chelsea Gray back. I know that they've lost. I think it's they've not covered their last 5 games. But I don't agree with the money coming in on them in this spot, man. I think Seattle matches up really well against them. Remember the last time these 2 teams played, Seattle beat them by 13. It was 78-65. So, in my opinion, like I said, Seattle matches up really well with them. You got Jewel Lloyd coming off a game where she shot 3 for 15 from the floor. I think she bounces back. And I just can't bet on teams that don't play defense. And I don't think that the Aces is going to lock the Seattle Storm team down. And I love that Seattle's coming off a loss, like I said, because I think they kind of needed that loss against the Mercury to wake them up just a tad bit. So I like Seattle here plus the points, but official play, I'll take Seattle team total over 82.5. It's a number that the Aces then gave up three, I think 3 or 4 games in a row for their last 5. And Seattle bounces back off a loss as well. I think they've gone over their team total in every single game. They're averaging like 93 points per game. And I just don't trust the Aces defensively. But that's what it really comes down to, Dream. And last point, both of these teams are number 1 and number 2 in pace. So we're going to get plenty of possessions. We know the Aces like to run up and down the floor. So I love that. And I think if any team going to get a stop, it's going to be Seattle with Ezzy, in my opinion. And Neko Ogumake, not necessarily this Aces defense, especially in Chelsea Gray first game back. And I think she's gonna play limited minutes. So I like Seattle team total over more than anything else in this game, Dream.
Yeah. So I completely agree. If I had to play anything, I will play Seattle. I'm not. I don't have to. So I'm not gonna play anything. This is a game I'm just gonna sit back and watch and maybe catch something live. I can see why people like the Aces, because they've been struggling. And you would think they're holding out with Chelsea Gray. Maybe they get back to being the Aces. Also, it's a revenge spot as well. So you would definitely, I can see why you like that. But if you like Seattle, I can see why you like Seattle. I think Seattle was beat. They beat them, but I think they beat them in Vegas already this year.
By 13 in Vegas.
Yeah, so it's not like yeah. So I can see both sides of it. Personally, I don't need to bet it, so I'm gonna sit back and watch. One thing that I would love to get some sort of action on, and I'll just wait to see maybe if they start slow or maybe if the game gets crazy. This total, man, like the Aces, they ain't playing no defense. I can't believe the Aces not playing no defense, but they not playing no defense. And I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't know if Chelsea Gray's like a great defender like that. Like I don't even, and she's not gonna play her full allotment of minutes anyway. But it's not like Natasha Cloud coming back or nobody that's gonna like show up the defense or some shit. So I just don't know. It could be more scoring now that Chelsea Gray is back. So yeah, man. If I was looking anywhere, totals for each team, maybe just a total for the game. I know the Aces, it seemed like every game they've been in lately, or almost every game, somebody's scoring 100. Both teams get 90, something like that. So yeah, I would just look toward the over and maybe try to catch something live. Maybe if Seattle gets down too much, maybe get them live, or maybe if the Aces are down, get jumped on early, maybe get them live. But yeah, that's my only true feelings about this game. All right. Wow, Flo said the Sky and the Wings at noon tomorrow. Wow, so we back on that. That's the WNBA. I remember.
It might be a camp game. They had a kid camp games where they be at noon. I took my son to one in DC last year.
That's a fact.
It's that time of the year.
That's a fact. Because that's what I meant. I'm like, yo, that's the WNBA I know, but it's like I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. Like, I know people was mad last year that was happening, but I didn't understand. Like, I couldn't remember why they were mad. That's my thing. I couldn't necessarily remember why they were mad. So, yeah, man. I'm gonna run through a couple of blunt money bets, and we'll see if we can get this going. All right. First of all, I appreciate my guy rocking with me. And it's tough because I have my blunt money bets pulled up. Damn, we good. I'm telling you, yo, this stream been crazy. I don't know why I could only see like half of my face. Hopefully, we back all the way now, but I can only see half of my face.
Yeah, you good. You good on the streaming engine. I can see your whole face. You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't see it. But it's cool. Professionals here at work. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of blunt money bets, and we're gonna keep it moving like that. All right. First off, a couple that I put on my timeline: Ariel Atkins and Ryan Howard, each to score 20 points. That's what I use my FanDuel boost on. With the boost, it's about a plus 1,500. Ryan Howard, new queen of the channel, has been. Ever since, and this happens on the channel, when I rant about somebody and be like, why y'all being so ass lately? They start playing good again. So yeah, that's what happened with Ryan Howard. And she was back playing good ball. And if there's a team that she can get busy against, it wouldn't necessarily be the Lynx, but she's going to have to score today. Just the way I feel. No Ariel Atkins. And I trust her out of everybody that's a guard on that team. I don't trust Elisa Gray. So Ryan Howard, 20. And Ariel Atkins, because I feel like every time she scored 20, we've bet it this year. So yeah, we're gonna rock with what's got us here. Errol Atkins 20, Ryan Howard 20. That's a plus 1100, but with the boost is a plus 1430. I have a three-legger I also put on the timeline. I'm sure Julie Van Loo saw this, by the way. But yeah, Van Loo and Caitlin Clark each to have 5 assists, and the Mystics 12 and a half. That's in the Washington game. Fee, 20 points, 8 rebounds. That's Nafisha Collier. That is in the what game is that? The Minnesota Lynx game. And last but not least, Asia Wilson, 25 and 8 rebounds. I don't know what's up been up with Asia Wilson rebounds lately. Hasn't been the workhorse or the cash cow that they've been, but I still like her to get 8, and it's Asia Wilson, so I love her.
They got it. Remember what we talked about earlier? They got to get stops to get rebounds. They ain't been getting no stops.
You know what? That's what it is, bro. Literally, that's what I'm glad you put 2 and 2 together for me, because I'm thinking like, bro, her 10 rebounds was a damn wagon, bro. It was, I mean, just a wagon, and lately it dropped off, and it's to your point. Nobody missing shots. So her shit getting off the offensive rebound. That's how she get her rebounds, man. That's a fact. So yeah, man. Asia 25 and 8, Nafisha Collier 20 and 8, Julie Van Loo and Caitlin Clark each to have 5 assists, in the Mystics plus 12 and a half. I put my MGM boost on that 900 plus 900, I believe, with the boost plus 723 without the boost. All right. First baskets, and I wish I could give you guys more blood money bets. What I'll do is I'll put some on the timeline. And actually, the show been ratchet as fuck, but that don't mean I can't promote real quick. Follow me and Chris on Twitter. Chris be capping 2 P's, 2 N's, Mr. Dreamy One, the number one. Follow me and follow him on Twitter. Sub to this channel. Blunt money bets. Like the video over there, share the video, comment on the video. Y'all been doing great with the likes. Let's keep it up. We need 100 likes and I'll stream for a game. 100 likes on the video and I'll stream for one of these WNBA games. We can do it, so keep it up. Heart and retweet. And more importantly, sub to the Cap Collective Discord, man. The link is in the description and the bio of this video if you want all my plays. And be a member on Crispy Capping page on YouTube. That's how you get all his plays. I'm a member on that joint. You know what I'm saying? I think I pay like $10 a month. I don't even I'll be like, oh shit. I'll be forgetting, it just be coming through as like a Google thing. I'll be like, what the fuck is, oh, okay. All right. So yeah, it's real smooth and easy with it. All right. I wish I had more blunt money bets for you guys, and I will have some, but I don't have them written down, and generally I just look at them on my phone and read them to you guys lately. But I do remember a few off the top of my head. So Aaliyah Boston, as I mentioned, first basket, and Aaliyah Edwards first basket. I played those separately. I also put Jewel Lloyd with Aaliyah Edwards. So Jewel Lloyd first basket is plus 1,000. I'm not a first basket guy. That's crazy to me. Plus 1,000. She's at the bottom of the list. This is Jewel Lloyd. Now, I know she ain't been shooting good, but this is Jewel Lloyd. I got to put just a little bit, just a tad bit of blunt money on Jewel Lloyd plus 1,000. A tad bit of blunt money. And seriously, we're not even playing. The only one that we played to win 1,000, to win 100 is Jewel. And that's only because she plus 1,000. But we not even, generally, I try to play my blunt money best to get to $100. We don't even know how to do that. Just keep this shit super light, because they're first baskets and we can lose all of these shits. All right. First basket, Aaliyah Edwards. First basket, Jewel Lloyd. Separate and together. I think if you put them together, it's like a plus 7,800. The slightest of blunt money on those, and separately as well. Also, Aaliyah Boston and Asia Wilson. First basket, blunt money bet parlay. I played Aaliyah Boston solo. I did not play Asia Wilson solo. And of course, you'll get the first basket. Just like Brittany Griner got the first basket yesterday, and I didn't play her solo. But that's just how it is. I don't want to invest too much in a plus 250, 300 or something like that, okay? So the first basket, girls, Aaliyah and Jewel. I parlayed Aaliyah Edwards and Jewel Lloyd together for first basket, and I parlayed Aaliyah Boston and Asia Wilson together as well. All right. Kayla, the Builder McBride, to score 25 points. She had 31 the last time she played this team, if I'm not mistaken. And she's cooled down a little bit, but if you're going to give us 25 points at plus 600, we will put a little bit of blunt money on that. Let's see. What else can I think of off the top of my head? That's a little crazy. Oh, Errol Atkins, 20 points in the win. That's like a plus 680. It was the last time I checked. Yeah, big fan of that. I think that the Lynx can not the Lynx, but I definitely think that Washington can win this game. So Ariel Atkins to score 20 points in the win. And also, just to take it the other way, Aaliyah Boston to score 20 points in the win. That is a plus 580. One of them two teams gonna win. Both of them girls can get 20. So not a bad way to attack it, all right? Let me see. The Lynx and the Dream each to score 90 points. That is a plus 2,800. I mean, it's the Dream. It's the Dream. Maybe they come out here playing like the Dream. Maybe Ryan Howard gets 20, 25, Alicia Gray, Tina Charles, and we've already spoken to how the Lynx have kind of fell back a little bit, and a lot of it's been defensively as well. So, do I think they lose this game? No. Do I think this game could possibly be closer than we expected to be? Yes. So with that being said, maybe we get a shootout tonight. Man, we've been close, and it's not like we do this every game, but I've been picking them good. We are gonna get when both teams score 100. I think we're gonna hit that shit, y'all. I think we're gonna hit that shit. We've been really close. Yesterday, I'm watching the game. I'm like, I know we're not gonna get there, but can we get to overtime? We're gonna get there. Sooner or later, we're gonna get there. All right. Let me see. I wish I could remember one of these off the top of my head, gang. But I don't want to give you guys anything that I know for a fact I didn't play by myself. So I'll leave it there. And I did give you guys a few blood money bets, but I'll leave it there. I'll put a couple more on the timeline. So follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number one. And shit, I'll use like my YouTube shit. Maybe Chris can help me. I'll put a picture of a blunt money bet or two on my YouTube. So for the people that don't have Twitter and that's not in the court and y'all want like an extra blunt money bet, I'll just put it because I know when Chris give out his plays, he it's like a picture of him on YouTube. So I'll figure out how to put my stuff. I'll put a blunt money bet on YouTube for you guys, and I'll put another one on the timeline since I wasn't able to read for my full allotment of them. But yeah, I like what I gave you guys, and I'll leave you guys with this. Samuelson and what's the other girl? The two shooters today, Washington and the Fever. Each of them got Carly Samuelson is one. I know she played for Washington. Then it's the other girl played for the Fever.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't they sisters?
I don't know. Are they? I mean, I don't think
I
I knew
think
that.
I've been seeing this floating around on gambling Twitter, saying like this is a sister versus sister matchup. Maybe one got married and changed their last name. Either way it goes, I was already going to do a blunt money bet with both of they 3 threes regardless. I don't care if they sisters or not. They just going to be out there shooting wide open shots because neither one of these teams is going to guard the 3-point line like that. So if they never get listed on FanDuel, which they won't, probably, then we're gonna go over to underdog with it and just play each of them to score. Hopefully we can just get there over 1.5 threes because that's what I'll be looking to play. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why I want to call her Rachel Barnhart. Maybe because that's who I was watching yesterday. Rachel for Phoenix. But I mixed the girls up. I'm sorry, I'm getting better. But I know for a fact the one that played for my Mystics, you know what I'm saying? Carly Samuelson, yeah, she gonna shoot that thing. So all right, my fault. I gotta go through these comments real quick. Chris, any closing hold on. Damn, I'm missing comments. I gotta get back up the comments. Any closing remarks, my guy?
Nah. I did have one question for you, Jay. I don't know if you thought about
Yeah,
this or not. Top point scorers. You ain't had none of them for today?
I do. Who you looking at? I did play. Thanks for reminding me. I did play Tina Charles. I think I got her at like plus 2,000, plus 1,000, whatever she is at.
That's
I
who I
played.
like.
You like that?
I like
Yeah.
that.
I thought it was crazy. Now I don't want to misquote it, but she up there is something that she shouldn't be. Put it that way, gang. Whatever she is, it's a good value on her top point score. I'm not sure exactly what it is anymore, but yeah, I did play that, my guy. I definitely played that. Let me see. She is available right now. Yeah, at plus 2,000. Woo! For a top point scorer. I mean, you gotta like just putting a little sprinkle on that. All right, let me run through these comments, gang. Again, sorry for the ratchet show. It be like that sometimes. Oaktown's Finest, top of the afternoon to the players on the panel in the chat. Appreciate you. What up, y'all? Who they in the building? Dave Billingsley. Let's get this money. Hope so, man. Double S. my Detroit guy. I'm gonna pull up on you, and we're gonna go to a Pistons game for sure, double S, and we'll be happy that we don't have to deal with Monty Williams crazy rotations. But yeah, Damani, two goats. Appreciate you, my boy. Van Lou over 3.5 assists. Futon, let me know what juice you got that at. I feel like that's 4 assists. That's a party piece at this point. You could probably Aaliyah first team baskets. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I didn't want to go full degenerate. But I was gonna do each of them to score their first team baskets and then probably together the Aaliyah. I'm sure somebody's gonna do that tonight. Firing Monty on Juneteenth is nasty business. Yeah, I'm glad Chris brought that to my attention. I didn't even think about that. Pistons paid more to fire Monty than Hurley would have got coaching the Lakers. Hey, this how I know my Pistons are on the rise. Look, I need another team out east. The only favorite team I have is the Lakers in all sports. So it's time for me to start spreading my wings a little bit. Pistons, I love my Pistons. Let's go. And like Houston with Ime Udoka, everybody like Ime Udoka fumbled. The Ime Udoka fumbled. Ime Udoka is having the time of his goddamn life in Houston. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's having the time of his life in Houston, coaching them young boys. I'm sure he wish he got a chip though. What's the vibes, Fair Eye? My boy, appreciate you pulling up. Like, comment, share, and sub to the YouTube Cat Collective Discord. Appreciate that. And my boy Chris stuff too. Jared Matthews, haven't caught a stream in a minute. Glad I could catch this one. Two ghosts. Appreciate the kind words, my guy. Yo, Dream, what's the vibes, my dog? Cypress Lounge, just trying to get through this ratchet stream, man. Go enjoy my Juneteenth. How the shit. Love the show. Click the like and sub, everyone. Mamu Bets. Always appreciate you pulling up. Chris talked me into playing the lead Boston 15 points and 10 rebounds. Let's cash. Shit, that ain't a bad play at all. That's kind of what she's been doing lately, especially them points. Dream plus 9.5. KG really like that. You know, I don't like that emoji to begin with. That lock emoji is crazy. But the lock emoji after the dream, bruh, I don't know what you on right now, but best of luck tonight. Use a bold nigga putting the lock emoji after the dream. I'm telling you right now. What's good, my guys? I'm late. Just left the barbershop. Got to run this back. Yeah, you know, expect a little ratrocity, a little ratchetness, but Chris held it down for me like my boy Flo did that one time. Remember when I had to leave for like 15 minutes and Flo just did the whole show? I think that was Flo. Shout out to my boy Flo, man. Best of luck tonight. Chris in the comments. Chris, what's your lock for the day? I don't think he got any locks. I'm sure he got some great plays, though. We got two dreams. Yeah, that's my fault, y'all. Yeah, it was. We got it right, man. We got it right. Dreams should try to mute itself or Chris talk audio straight. Almost done. Sky Wings at noon tomorrow. Who makes these schedules for the W? I like the early games, though. I like them. I do. They do it for the kids, Flo. Yeah, man, for the kids in the summer. Britton, appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Kelsey, 15. Ariel, 15. And Aaliyah, 8. Plus 238. Beautiful builder, my guy. That is beautiful. Look at me. Just trying to add something to make it a plus 500. Beautiful builder, man. Leave it just like that, man. Leave this shit just like that. 3 time. What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Good luck. I appreciate you. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Float, Angel reaches 1 game from the double-double consecutive record. I want to say we're going to have to double-check that. Because if we know anything about Big Angel, if it's close to like a record or something, or a double-double, she getting that. She going to find a way to get that. So, yeah. Plus, we got a Dallas team tomorrow. My goodness. I don't know if Enrique playing or not, but they lost Maddie. Now she was probably, Mo Billings and Freaky T, but they without 3 of their top 6 players. This is crazy.
So peep this dream. Like literally 2 seconds ago, injury report came out for tomorrow. Arike Gumbawale listed as questionable. Natasha Howard been upgraded from out to doubtful.
She ain't gonna play. I
don't think neither one of them gonna play.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arike. I don't know. I don't like Arike. That's an Achilles, man. If you miss 1 game because of Achilles, then that clearly was just a rest day. But I don't think you missed 1 game because of Achilles. I think they need to go ahead and sit Enrique a few games. Let's start getting this tanking going. We got Paige Beckers.
Yeah, season over. Like, I'm with you.
I saw Dallas is one of the worst value evaluated teams in the W. I mean, for y'all boys watching this that got a bunch of money, first of all, if y'all got hundreds of millions of dollars, Super Chat, Dream, and Chris, I'd appreciate that. But if y'all got hundreds of millions of dollars, I think a WNBA team is a good investment. Some of these teams is like 70, 75 million. If you don't think in like 20, 25 years they're gonna be worth like triple that, quadruple that, you crazy. With Caitlin Clark coming in the league. So yeah, I was surprised to see Atlanta and Dallas toward the bottom of that list. Paola. My favorite DK play today has better odds on FanDuel. Clark 25, Atkins 20, Boston 10 rebounds. Wow. Plus 3,000 on FanDuel. That's worth a write down. I might tell you there, Paola. 25, 20, and 10. I'm pretty sure that happened last game that they played. No, Ariel didn't shoot well. She had 16. Ariel Atkins, 6 rebounds was my best cap today. I can never talk anybody off of playing Ariel Atkins rebounds. But 6, I like that. Okay, juicy. Also like Kayla McBride, 4 threes at plus 162. Always the building. They are sisters. Midwest Fly Diva. I thought so. Carly and Katie Lou. Carly and Katie Lou. Okay. Yeah, Carly on the Mystics and Katie for the Fever. Yeah, the girls is about to go crazy tonight against each other. So let me write down Carly and Kaylee. All right, Carly and Katie. All right. 2Ks. I feel like there's a Kendrick Lamar bar in there somewhere. The Pistons are free. The firing is symbolic. Can you guys relax on this stream today? Can y'all stop it? All right. And the slaves were free way before Juneteenth, by the way. But that's just when the word got down to Dallas for you guys that want a quick history lesson. Or way before it got down to Texas. I think that's when it got down to Texas. That's when they said, oh, okay, that was the last place it got to, and that's when they celebrated it. The Light Barrel, what up, family? Appreciate you. I think it's the first time I ever seen you in here, Light Barrel. Sub to the channel. I appreciate you pulling up. Flo, who do y'all like for the AC? Fever is plus 100. Sky plus 220. Sky, Flo, who you like? Well, I don't know.
Fever, I think I like Fever, dude. It's starting to shape up well for him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was too quick of a thought. I didn't think long enough about that one. I don't know. Everybody, Caitlyn in the playoffs is gonna be record ratings, even if it's just a man.
Oh, they're gonna do everything possible.
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, but I do know that they give refs like bullet point like stuff. Points of emphasis is what they call them. Points of emphasis. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of toward the end of the season, like after the Olympics, it ain't gonna be all this grabbing Caitlin Clark and like hand checking her that they letting get away with right now. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of whistles being blown, a lot of in the penalties. DJ Johnson, over 4 rebounds. Elena Smith, under 15.5. Alicia Gray points. I can always get behind her. Alicia Gray under. Not so much with Aerial Powers being out, but yeah, not a fan of Alicia. I'm a fan of Alicia Gray. She's cute. She's a good person, I'm pretty sure. Just not a fan of betting. Dream, what do you think of running Drew rebounds assists back over 8.5? Zell goes hard. I don't really have a feeling. That was just a cap based on the numbers. So the team she was going against gave up the most points, rebounds, and assists. And she had kind of been fronting with her points, so I just took rebounds and assists. She didn't do shit in the first half, kind of got close to covering it. So personally, I don't have no feeling about it, but I will say, bro, if you capped it and you feel strong about it, go ahead. Also, she did have 9 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken, the last time they played. I'm pretty sure she had 9 rebounds. So, hey. Brian W., what's good, fellas? Glad I was able to catch 2 goals. Appreciate the kind words, man. Flo said he likes the Fever. The Sky are too janky. David Stern gonna come out the game to ring Caitlyn to the AC. Yeah, we know how David play. David ain't with it. I mean, David would have cleaned this shit up early. That's a fact. All right, man. Nice show. Kept it under an hour again. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I do appreciate y'all rocking with me. Got about 550 people in here. So Chris, any last words?
Yeah, man. I think I'll wrap it up by saying I like in that first game, like I said, first half over 82.5. I think both teams are going to be able to score the basketball between the Fever and the Washington Mystics, who have found some life from the 3-point line, playing pretty fast as well. And then I like the Storm team total over. It's my favorite bet of the day. Over 82.5. Aces defense is just bottom of the barrel. I think that their offense will continue to play well. They're 5-0 after a loss to the over, but they're still giving up 90 plus points. And I think Seattle bounces back offensively in this game too. just because both teams play with pace. So I like Seattle team total over 82.5. I think is the best number right now. It's my favorite play today. And I'll also take the first half over between Washington and Indiana today.
Oh, I love that first half over. Let me write both of those down. I tell you. All right. Paola laughing, DJ. I don't really bro. I mean, if you want to do it as a parlay piece, I don't even like it as a parlay piece. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll let Chris speak for himself personally. I don't like it as a parlay piece. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mystics win today, but I'm kind of partial to the Mystics. And don't lay no 200 or whatever that money line is, bro. I'm telling you, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't lay. Even if you're a $10 better, still it's not worth laying 10 to get back like $5 or I'm just looking at the money line right now. It is minus 225. Nah, man, if you're gonna do all that, bro, if you like them like that, just bet the spread. Just bet. What I would personally do, I would bet the Fever to score a lot of points. That's what I would do. If you think the Fever gonna win, you think the Fever gonna score points, just bet their team total. That's what I would
do.
do.
They're definitely not playing no defense, so I'm right there with you, Dream.
Yeah, they're not playing no defense, but don't lay the minus 225. Don't do that, my guy. All right, man. As always, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Please do me a favor, hit the like button on your way out. Sub to both of our YouTube channels, Blunt Money Bets and Crispy Capping, 2 P's, 2 N's. Follow us each on Twitter, Crispy Capping, Mr. Dreamy One, the number one. Sub to the Cap Collective Discord if you want all of my plays. I will try to remember to throw something on YouTube just so you guys have a Blunt Money Bet on YouTube. Maybe I'll start doing that every day, putting a YouTube exclusive Blunt Money Bet or some shit. Do Twitter one and do Blunt Money Bet one on YouTube. But as always, gang, I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all know the vibes. Get this cash. We got to have it. So let's get it.